I am back after a long hiatus from the Crypto Advisor channel. However, I will tell you one thing. Although bull markets are super exciting and there's a lot of opportunities to make money, in my opinion, bear markets are just as much, if not more exciting. And that's purely due to the fact that during bear markets in cryptocurrency, the market basically becomes dormant. People are not tracking and looking as much stuff as they were during the bull market. And that means that there becomes a lot of opportunities if you stay up to date with different cryptocurrency projects and different things going on, in terms of finding opportunities that are basically guaranteed to get priced in that have not been priced in yet. In cryptocurrency, I always say this one thing where if you follow a project and you become a prosumer of a specific project, it's very likely that you're going to get alpha that the rest of the community is not yet aware of. While a lot of alpha in the cryptocurrency markets is publicly released, it doesn't necessarily mean that people are aware of it. If you are super involved, for example, in the Cosmos ecosystem, and you follow every single press release, report, you talk to the team, if you do everything in the right way, then the alpha that you're going to be able to achieve from that just to make a couple of short-term trades will be much greater than anything that a general crypto trader is going to have. So with that in mind, during these bear markets, the information disparity between the rest of the market and prosumers of specific projects gets even larger, and that provides a very large opportunity for these speculative trades during a crypto bear market. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about Cosmos and the Atom token. And again, this is a case where if you're not really following the Cosmos and Atom token, which most likely most people are not, then you might not have heard of this and you might have missed it. So first of all, you might be saying, well, how did I find this opportunity? And actually, this is with a new platform that I created called Ticker Trends, which is an alternative data research platform. So just a general overview of what that is. Alternative data is different data from around the internet. So whether that be social data, web search data, web traffic data, basically anything that you can think of in terms of tracking the popularity of a specific company or cryptocurrency project, anything in the financial world, you can track it through this platform and see live data on it so that you can make trades and actionable insights before the market is fully priced in that data. Because as I was mentioning before, a lot of the time for the average investor, they're not able to track the performance of 300, 400, 1,000 different cryptocurrencies. But on a platform like Ticker Trends, you can track the performance of as many cryptocurrencies as you want with a lot of granularity, and you can find the projects that are performing abnormally well, see why they're performing abnormally well, and then potentially enter a position into that project due to the information that you've received not being priced into the cryptocurrency or stock yet. So in this case, I have a list of, I believe, around just over 100 cryptocurrencies that I added to the platform with some data associated with it. And as you can see, I created like a custom formula to rank this data. And of course, anyone on the Ticker Trends platform can do this exact process, which I explain in Ticker Trends tutorial videos. But here you can see Atom was one of the high ranked cryptocurrencies based on my formula and the data that I added. So then I decided to take a deeper look at Atom. So if we go on the Ticker Trends platform and we search Atom with the social and trend data, so here you can see the pro chart for Atom, which basically means you can see the price data along with the rest of the associated data for this specific cryptocurrency. So this gives you a better idea of being able to track how the data is affecting the performance of the cryptocurrency. So now I've added two 30-day moving averages to the social data for Atom. And here you can see this, obviously the chart in the front, this is the price action of the Atom token. And in the back, you can see some of the alternative data that we're tracking for Atom historically over time. So you can see the different spikes of this data in comparison to the price data, which you can kind of see in the background. And then you can compare how these spikes in the social data compares to the actual price action. So you can see in some cases here, the social data has been a large indicator of when the price is starting to peak, or just an increase in social interest in Atom in general has very much coincided with a lot of these larger moves up in the cryptocurrency. So this is a really good indicator, at least in my opinion, based on my experience of tracking different cryptocurrencies and being able to have a better idea of how it's performing. Here is the $Atom performance on different social platforms over time. And again, you can see that this really follows the price data much closer than Cosmos does. And that's most likely because Atom is more specific to the cryptocurrency than Cosmos. Other people could be talking about Cosmos for other reasons. But here you can see again that we have a very nice spike in the social interest for the $Atom cryptocurrency on different social media, in addition to people talking about Cosmos. So when I saw this data, when I saw the ranking of Atom and Cosmos, it then caused me to look deeper into it. And again, there is a research report, which I will leave linked in the description down below, but I'll try to go over it as much as possible just through this video. So basically what I like to do once I see that there is something that is gaining abnormal interest, especially on different social platforms for cryptocurrency, then I want to look if there's any news, because most likely if people are talking about it and there's a spike in interest, then it has to do with something in terms of some large development in the cryptocurrency. And in this case, I was not aware of it. So I did some research and I found that in fact, there is a new Cosmos white paper that is being proposed to the Atom community currently. And basically it redefines and repurposes the Atom token with a new vision. And the reason why this came out is because Delphi Labs announced that it would shift its focus of its research and development efforts towards the Cosmos ecosystem. So if you're not aware with Delphi Labs is involved in a lot of different cryptocurrency projects, but more specifically, I'm relatively sure, of course, I don't work with Delphi Labs, but I'm relatively sure that they got hit pretty hard by the Terra Luna situation. And that's just because a lot of what they were involved in was related to Terra Luna. And I'm sure that that ecosystem kind of falling apart caused them to reassess their portfolio. And of course, now they have to shift their focus to something else. But needless to say, Delphi Labs has done very, very well in being able to curate and assist projects in their growth. Of course, it's not ideal that Terra Luna collapsed, but that being said, Delphi Labs certainly did do a very good job of allowing them to grow, but just unfortunately there was a flaw in the base idea of Terra Luna itself. However, they've now decided to shift their focus to Cosmos as they see a lot of potential there. So if you don't know too much of the background to the Atom token, basically Atom has been a very popular token, and you can see that in the price action. However, the reason why it never really took off during the most recent bull cycle in the cryptocurrency market, you can see here that it went up substantially, but it never really took off like some of the other cryptocurrency projects in the space. The reason being is because there was a lot of complaints in the community related to the tokenomics of the Atom token. Basically, Atom and Cosmos, they create and produce really amazing products in the cryptocurrency space, but the tokenomics of the Atom token itself were not good enough and not correlated enough to the things that the Cosmos team was working on to make it a worthwhile investment. So while there were a lot of people that really love Atom and Cosmos, they love the Cosmos team and the things that they create, they don't necessarily love the Atom token. So that being said, the fact that they are refactoring their white paper and the functionality of the Atom token is a really big and important development, because that means that all of this capital that was kind of waiting on the sidelines, interested in this cryptocurrency and in these developers and the people behind the project, can now start to flow into it as they propose these new ideas for what the token can do and for how the project is going to be set up. So you can read this article. Again, it's linked on the research report, but a much easier way to get an idea of what's happening is by looking at the actual release that Delphi Labs and the Atom token released in terms of the new functionality that they're going to have. So here is a tweet that again is linked on the research report, going over some of the new changes to the Atom token. And I'm not going to go over all of this because there's a lot. You can see all of these pictures here kind of give like the cliff notes on what the proposed changes say. However, basically a quick rundown of what it is from my basic understanding is that they're going to be using some of the validators from their main chain that they've created, which was originally the Cosmos Hub. They're going to be using those Cosmos Hub validators and offering them to other Cosmos chains. So how Cosmos works is it's an interchain blockchain. So each project can start their own blockchain. For example, Terra Luna had its own blockchain built on Cosmos. and then they are all interoperable. So the chains, you can bridge tokens very easily between the chains. There's a lot of benefits to being in this Cosmos ecosystem. However, the one downside, I guess, to the Cosmos ecosystem is that originally you would have to get your own validators for each chain. So if I wanted to launch a chain, I would have to get my own set of validators who would be interested in being active participants on my chain in order for it to be secure. However, with the new changes that they're proposing, basically all of these chains that are being created for different projects can now use the main validators from the Cosmos Hub chain, and then they can transact in the Atom token in order to get these validators, which basically opens up the market a lot more for these Atom tokens. So it creates a much more central use case for the Atom token. And then there's also some other changes, I think, such as liquid staking and things like this, just to make it a better economic incentive to hold the token overall. But regardless, when I found the Atom token on the Ticker Trends platform, I then did more research based on social data, and then found that there was this major news related to the refactoring of the Atom token itself. This was really a great example of how you can use the Ticker Trends platform successfully to find these really amazing opportunities in the crypto space. So while I don't want these videos to be, like financial advice in terms of you should definitely purchase the Atom token, I think based on the information that I've presented in this video of social interest in the Atom token increasing, on this really big change to the base functionality of the Atom token itself being announced, and the fact that we're in a bear market, being that it's going to take the market a little bit of time for this to fully price in. You can see here that the price is already kind of in a general uptrend, which is really impressive considering that Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies are generally in a downtrend. So I think that this is a really good kind of accumulation period for the Atom token, and potentially I think it could outperform the rest of the crypto market. So how I'm personally going to take advantage of this is I'm going to open a long position in the Atom token, and then I also want to have some short exposure to the general crypto market. So I think a good idea for this could be maybe a short position on Bitcoin with a long position in Atom to kind of hedge out the downside risk in case it takes a while for the changes to the Atom token to go into effect. And you also have that upside exposure of the Atom token outperforming something like Bitcoin, which in my opinion is relatively likely to happen just due to the changes that are occurring to Atom. But I always recommend that you do your own research and of course dive much deeper than I did in this video into what's going on with Atom, because I think this is a really interesting opportunity. And again, you can find the research report down in the description down below, as well as links to the Ticker Trends platform and anything else I've mentioned in this video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you very soon in the next one.